This is actually the generation next to the generation after us. And I'm particularly happy that Otuma and his team has found it necessary to try to seamlessly embed that generation into the affairs of Nigeria. Because the generation after us have a lot of fear. Politics has so taken them off course that if you are engaging them, you just think that at this Nigeria, the way they react to issues, but then you cannot blame them. It's because we, the present generation, has made them in a whole lot of ways. But we pray that God will help us, and the generation after them, which are still here now, who are being inculcated into the proper way of doing things, will be able to take the mantle of leadership in no time. I have put together my thoughts because I don't want to speak at large. I want to confine myself to the issues that I've been given. So I have a paper. I have a soft copy of it which I will forward to Otuma later. First, I've said here that I agree to be here this afternoon to be part of this conversation for two clear reasons. The first reason is that Otuma is somebody I've known for a very long time. He's one public official I hold his very high esteem, and this is born out of his tremendous capacity to make a success of every national assignment he has been given. I know this because as a media practitioner of over 35 years, I am somebody who puts the searchlight on public officers, and somebody who seeks to hold public officials accountable to the people, as the Constitution enjoins every media practitioner to so do. Otuma Aruleba is one of the not too many public officials you see around who easily pass the litmus test of dedication, commitment, passion, and accountability. Now, the second reason I had to make time to be here stems from the essence of this gathering. This is about Nigeria. Now, all my years of professional practice, my major driving force has been the desire to see a better Nigeria. A country that asserts its place as a force to reckon with in the community of nations, driven mainly by the sheer force of its human and God-given natural resources. Standing at over 200 million people, Nigeria is indeed a very big superpower in the community of nations. From when I started as a young reporter well over 35 years ago, I charted for myself a path that I have not departed from, which is that I will be a journalist that is socially relevant. And to be socially relevant as a journalist is to speak for the people at all times and on all issues. Resolve all issues on the side of the people. At all material times, I will therefore continue to support and be part of any conversation aimed at putting Nigeria forward. And so, on this call, I'm here this afternoon. Now, let me quickly rush through my thoughts that I've tried to put together under the focus, the media and the politics of 2023 election. Now, the 2023 presidential election is on record as perhaps the most contested election in the history of Nigeria. For the presidential election, all the 18 registered political parties in Nigeria fielded candidates for that election. In addition to the presidential election, all the political parties fielded candidates for the 109 senatorial seats. Only a few of these political parties did not field candidates for 360 seats in the House of Representatives, and the total and combined 993 seats that you have in the 36 states, state houses of assembly. Now, according to INEC records, elections took place across the 8,809 electoral wards in Nigeria, and in 176,846 polling units across the federation. So, by all means, it was a very big event that we had February 25. The campaigns preceding the 2023 elections were very bitter. Every one of us can attest to that. The campaigns were fought on all fronts. The front lines of tribalism, religion, and cultural differences were all reopened. Even certain issues were reopened. There were violence in a number of places during the campaigns, but not enough to prevent the elections from taking place. Now fast forward to the election. In the early hours of March 1st, INEC, after a hotly contested collation process, announced the APC candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu winner with a total of 8,794,726 votes after he had won over 25% of votes cast in 30 states of the Federation, excluding the FCT. The PDP candidate Atiku Abubakar came second with a total of 6,984,520 votes. Of course, he didn't win in the FCT as well. The Labour Party candidate Peter Obi came third, gathering a total of 6,101,533 votes, while the candidate of the New Nigeria People's Party, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, who was touted as the fourth horse in the race, won 1,496,687 votes. Now, I've given all those facts at least for the purpose of the generation that I'm seeing here, our young ones. Shortly after the INEC pronouncement on March 1st, another round of bitter national controversy ensued. And this time it was anchored on the fact that, oh no, the APC candidate didn't win in the FCT. He didn't win the 25% required in the FCT. And therefore, INEC ought not to have declared him winner. As the May 29th day for inauguration of a new president got closer, the situation got more tense, and of course, the media, the Nigerian media, became again very polarized. Besides the petition that were filed challenging President Tinubu's victory, as announced by INEC, there were other desperate results to the legal process to stop the May 29 inauguration. Not minding the constitutional crisis this would have plunged Nigeria. Even few hours from May 29, as at Friday, that's the last working day preceding Monday, May 29, when the president was sworn in, our courts were still dealing with requests by desperate politicians seeking to stop the inauguration. And in two of such cases, the Supreme Court and subsequently the Federal High Court too had to impose very steep penalties. We call it punitive costs on those desperate litigants. In some cases, those litigants were fined as much as 18 million naira because of the attempt to plunge the nation into a constitutional crisis. Now, all of these desperate measures were amplified by the media, social media, the orthodox media. This nation literally sat on the edge while this was going on, awaiting the worst case scenario. But of course, the position of the law, which requires a winner to be sworn in, whether or not there are legal disputes, that position of the law prevailed. And so, on May 29, President Tinubu took the oath of office. Now, fast forward to today, July 19, 2023. It's about 142 days since we all trooped out to vote in the presidential election. It's about 145 days or so that 145 days that we trooped out to vote, and it's about 142 days that INEC declared Bola Tinubu as winner of that election. It's 50 days that Bola Tinubu himself also took the oath of office as the 15th president of Nigeria. But today, just take a thoughtful look at the polity as reflected or captured by the media in Nigeria, either the newspapers, the television houses. You will still have the impression that we are still in election and that we don't have a president yet. Truth is that until the courts rule otherwise, there is a sitting president, and under the presumption of regularity, the results as announced by INEC are deemed to be correct. So we have a president who won the election. So the nation is, of course, and not transfixed to an election process that we started in February. So to this end, the media owes it a responsibility and indeed a cardinal duty to reflect this position. One of the sad features of the 2023 general elections is the unprecedented display of media partisanship that came to the fore in the period leading up to the campaigns. Even right now, 45 days after we have a president sworn in, there has been no let-up in the level of media partisanship. We have seen of late media houses, television stations, newspaper houses, and individual journalists who can be clearly identified as mouthpieces of politicians and are singing one song every day. The sad thing is that some of these media practitioners even proudly wear these tags and the toga of lapdogs of and mouthpieces of politicians. Some people call themselves now not journalists but media, social media influencers. They call themselves, you know. Now, for a journalist who is constantly enjoined to defend the people and hold those in government accountable, nothing can be more damaging than this, which is to be identified as being the mouthpiece of a political party or a particular politician. No doubt the interests that preceded the 2023 general elections were very high. For many of our youth, it was a chance to make a point, as many of them were probably participating or showing active interest in who rules them for the very first time, which was what drove the tempo so high. The interest became noticeable in the high turnout that were witnessed across the Federation during the continuous voter registration exercise. But the elections have come and gone. Results have been declared. In most states of the Federation, there were no violence recorded following the declaration of these results. Now, what this shows, I said that in most states of the Federation, as results were announced, there were no violence recorded. Even in areas where there were upsets, as in the case of Lagos, for instance, so many other states, there were no result of violence. Because election is a game of numbers. You win some and you lose some. As we know in Nigeria, if these elections had run completely against the will and the expectations of the people, we know ourselves as Nigerians, people would have put out a protest. But there were nothing like that. So what is therefore saying is that no matter how we see it, these results probably represented the will and the deadness of the people. In any case, we cannot discountenance that there were issues still with the electoral process, which we as a people must keep addressing. After all, there is no electoral process anywhere that is perfect. Not even in America, that is the bastion of democracy. A country that has practiced democracy for well over 200 years. They still have challenges with the electoral process. As we saw with what happened between then sitting President Donald Trump and the man who is president now, Biden. So our electoral process can still be regarded as work in progress, and it is the resilience of all of us as a people, anchored on the collective will of all of us to maximize the positives that we have achieved and to address the shortfalls. That is what can keep us going and keep us intact as a country. And this is what should always influence us as a people. And the media, therefore, has a responsibility in this regard to, as a mouthpiece of the people and agenda setter, to lead the people along this line. I've said a lot of things here which upon reflection I think I shouldn't be saying because I have also a practicing journalist and I don't want to put my colleagues on the spot. So I will just not say those things upon reflection. But the point I'm making is that we as journalists owe it a responsibility to lead the country aright. We have conducted elections like Otumba rightly said. Winners have emerged. Those who are dissatisfied are in court. They may again win in court, and if they win, they become the winners. But until that happens, the media owes it a responsibility to continue to let the nation know that there's a government in place, and it is the responsibility of every one of us to support that government until the courts say otherwise, or probably assert the position of violence on all those issues. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for this opportunity. Like I said, I should be dashing out now, but I wish you well. And in all we do, particularly to the young ones, Nigeria belongs to you. Let nobody tell you something else. If you join others in destroying this country, where will you run to? We're a country of over 200 million people. If there's crisis in Nigeria, the map of Africa will definitely change. We will overrun so many African countries with our population. So that is something we need to constantly keep at the back of our mind. Thank you. Have a lovely day.